once you see it, you won't be able to unsee. I am guilty. It's very easy to come across these, and I think when it started, the way it started was actually with Ruby Dixon. Hello everybody, my name is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about things that once you see it, you won't be able to unsee. And I'm sure if you're a really big reader and you go through a lot of books like me, these are things that you come across all the time. Or maybe you have, but haven't noticed that you come across them. So I'm about to open your eyes. So when I was making this video and I was collecting all of these book covers and things to show, two of mine are actually in this. Like, I am guilty. I can understand the trends for book covers because, especially among indie authors, one of the easiest and cheapest ways to make a book cover is to go to like stock photo websites. There's iStock, there's Shutterstock, there's Deposit Photos. There's a lot of different websites where you can get royalty-free or copyright-free photos. And it's very understandable that a lot of indie authors would go there, or people who make book covers would go there to get royalty-free or copyright-free pictures to Photoshop and to put onto covers. So there's a lot of like generic photos that really make their rounds. Like there's a lot of models that I have seen on multiple covers. When I was looking for good examples, all I had to do was type in a very generic genre like vampire romance or alien romance. Chances are on the first 10 pages I would find 2 or 3 repeated photos. I'm obviously in no way saying that this is wrong, but it is something that like I can't unsee. And I think when it started, the way it started was actually with Ruby Dixon. So she has a book, and I actually don't remember which book it is or what it's called, because she has so many in the Ice Planet Barbarian series, but it is the one about Farley, who is the female Sakui? I can't remember the alien like race. It's been probably about a good year since I've read one of the Ice Planet Barbarian books, but it's the one about the female alien girl. And the example is gonna be up here somewhere. The photo is pretty photoshopped. So she has like a tail, she has a spear, and there's like a spaceship in the background. And I made the book cover for my book, Beneath, which is a book about, it's an urban fantasy about sirens, a dark urban fantasy about sirens. And I made this book cover. I barely did anything to the photo, to be honest. I just kind of edited the lighting and the aura of the photo, or like the feel of the photo, and I edited her hair, but otherwise I didn't really do anything with it. And I had read Ruby Dixon's book long before I made this book cover, but it never clicked because the way that Ruby's book is edited is more like a silhouette, so you can't really tell. But I believe one day I just decided, I just kind of looked at the photo. I don't know why I was looking at it. I don't know why I decided to zoom in on this book cover in particular, but I noticed like a very subtle flower print on this character that is supposed to be like a primitive kind of alien race on an ice planet. And I was like, I know that flower print. And I have never been able to look at that photo the same way ever again, or that book cover the same way. So that's where it started. That's where I started seeing repeated photos. And to be honest, I actually love finding the same photos on multiple covers, because then you can kind of see what the cover designer did to that photo and the vision that they had for that cover. And it's just really interesting, especially when it comes to alien romance books, because they'll give them scales and they'll make them different colors and they'll give them like tattoos. I've even seen some some people make them more muscular than they already are, which to be honest kind of ends up being really bizarre looking to me because you can very much tell that they like blew up their muscles for the photo or for the book cover. But anyways, so the reason that this is called You Can't Unsee It is because I'm just gonna give you guys so many examples of repeated trends in books. Have a subscription to deposit photos, which at first glance is a very good website to use because it's a little bit cheaper than a lot of the other like copyright free websites. However, read the fine print because I ended up paying a lot of money for photos that they wouldn't allow me to download. Actually wouldn't recommend using them if you're just like looking for photos to Photoshop for book covers. I wouldn't really recommend them. I was downloading a lot of photos at the time, so I used the photos for like photoshopping things to post on my social medias and things like that. So I got a lot of photos out of it, but I also paid probably for twice as many as I got, and I was denied those, which was very angering. So I actually don't recommend them anymore. We're gonna move on to some trends that I have found in book titles. If you know me, you know that I am a very avid alien romance reader. So in no way am I trying to bash this trend at all, because I'm a sucker for it. I go for it. I read any book with this style of title because they're just easy reads. Like, to be honest, a lot of alien romance doesn't get too deep into a lot of like really heavy emotions. It's a good, easy way to step out of reality without having to invest too emotionally in a story. Honestly, I think that's why I eat up alien romance so much. But there are trends, and I'm not gonna say that the trends that have annoyed me. It's just I giggle a little bit every time I come across a repeated title. And I actually have a book that has the same title as another book that I believe is also alien romance. The only reason I knew that the title was that I had the same title to my book was because I was searching my own book on Amazon to see like kind of what the ranks were at the time, and that book came up first, and I was like, so it was unintentional, but I mean obviously it does happen, and that is Across the Stars. I wouldn't say this is like a really popular thing to call an alien romance book, but I'm gonna go over some of the most popular. It was really easy to build this list, and the reason for that is because one, I know alien romance very well because I read a lot of it. But two, I basically just typed in the first word in the alien romance genre and was gifted with dozens and dozens of books with that word in it. And the first word that I used was captured. If you type captured into the alien romance genre in any search, any book search whatsoever, you're going to come up with a lot of books. And the ones that I came up with are, including but not limited to Captured by the Alien, Captured by the Regloxian, Captured by the Alien Barbarian, Captured by the Alien Bride Lottery, Captured with the Alien, Captured by a Dysthiac Warrior, Captured by the Alien Warrior, Captured by the Alien Warrior by a different author, Captured by the Alien Warrior from a different author, and Captured by the Hunter. Those are all different authors. So when I am saying that there is a formula, there is a very clear formula to what attracts people like me, who are very voracious alien romance readers, to a book. Obviously, like we wanna see this like very easy to digest alien romance story, and being captured seems kind of easy to digest. I mean, abducted is really just another name for being captured, right? Abducted. I should have looked up abducted. Actually, I don't think there's a lot of alien romance books that have abducted in it, I think people try at least to use other words that are kind of equivalent or kind of representative of abducted, because abducted is such a like cheesy thing to say when it comes to aliens. But I can't remember if I've actually come across a lot of abducted by alien romance books. Now I have to look. The next word that I typed in, I only wanted to do 2 because I knew that if I went too far into this rabbit hole, it would just never end. I would never come out of it. So the next one that I kind of thought up on the fly was claimed, because claimed seemed to be a very popular word in alien romance books, and I was so correct. I think I got twice as many books that were claimed by. And the books that I found include, but are not limited to, Claimed by the Alien Warrior King, Claimed by the Alien Brute, I can't even read my own handwriting, Claimed by the Demon Alien, Claimed by the Alien Skylord, Claimed by the Alien Chieftain, Claimed by the Alien Warlord, Claimed by the Alien King, Claimed by the Alien Warrior. Did I say that already? No, I didn't. Claimed by the Alien Tyrant, Claimed by the Alien Rogue, Claimed by the Alien, Claimed by the Alien Raider, Claimed by the Alien Shifter, Claimed by the Alien King, and Claimed by the Alien Warrior 2. Different author. So I feel like alien romance is like a little bit easy because they're just very simple titles. The next one, and this is what actually got me wanting to make these like big lists of repetitive formulas in writing, and it's the one that caught my eye, and I am actually very curious where this trend came from. If anybody knows, let me know, because I'm actually genuinely interested. I want to say that this trend came about from Sarah J. Maas, but I don't want to just say that the trend came from her because she's one of the most popular people. She got a lot of the fame and the popularity, but it might not have actually come from her, if you know what I'm saying. So that formula, and this is why I have a whiteboard. It's a very dirty whiteboard because this whiteboard has been with me for many, many years, through many, many failed ideas and business plans and work schedules. But that formula, hopefully you can see, that formula is word plus of plus something and something. And you're gonna see exactly what I mean when I read off this list of books. All books by different authors, mind you. None of these are repeated authors. And you're gonna see what I mean. That list is a game of malice and greed, a soul of ash and blood, a court of thorns and roses, forest of dreams and whispers, court of blood and bindings, throne of ash and rose, a queen of thieves and chaos. I can't even read my own writing. I need to work on that. But they say that if you have sloppy handwriting, it's actually a sign of intelligence and high brain activity, because your brain actually moves faster than your hand writes what you're thinking. But anyways, king of storms and feathers, a court of caprice and decay, prince of sins and shadows, song of sorrows and fate, heart of night and fire, crown of tides and fury, court of ravens and ruin, fortress of blood and power, a queen of blood and thorns, crown of mist and heat, crown of smoke and blood, daughter of darkness and dreams. That is only a fraction of the books that I found that follow this formula. And I honestly, I'm not huge into fae romance, to be honest. I have dabbled in it, and a lot of the books that I have read, I have enjoyed. It's not like I have anything against the genre. It's more just like that's not one of the genres that I seek out regularly. I am more of an alien romance person. I like sci-fi. So, to be honest, when I kept getting all of these suggestions on my Kindle of books that were in the fae romance genre, and I would see a title like that, it would almost make me think, oh, it's a Sarah J. Maas book. That's where my brain immediately went. But then I would see that it wasn't. And so my brain went other places, and I was like, okay, so everyone's copying everybody, which is not a bad thing because I learned a long time ago. I went to school for fashion. I actually have a degree in fashion design, and one of the things that they teach you there is that fashion design does not really exist anymore. And what that means is there aren't really any original ideas. Very rarely is there going to be an original idea. Most of the time, ideas are adaptations or evolutions of an idea that already exists. So that's kind of how I took that. My brain also was like, how do I tell all these titles apart when they are so similar? They're so similar, and my brain can't really handle that for some reason. I don't know. It was just really difficult to tell all of these books apart. And I think like if I read all of them, I would still have a problem telling them apart and distinguishing which story was which, to be honest, because they're all of such a very similar formula. I'm genuinely curious where this trend came from, because it is a trend. Like it is a trend. I don't know what else to say about it. It is something that everybody kind of took and wanted to roll with. And I don't know, like, to be honest, it could be a lot of authors kind of trying to ride on the idea that very popular books had titles with that formula. And so they tried to do the same thing, which, you know, is a strategy. I'm trying really hard not to say that I am annoyed by it, because I'm really not annoyed by it. It's more of something that I can't unsee, which is hence the title of this video. Anyways, I hope I infected all of your brains with things that you cannot unsee, because then you can join me in the land of knowing the secrets behind making book covers and book titles. Actually, it's not really like a secret, obviously. Like, we all get our royalty-free pictures from somewhere, and they're bound to be repeated. I absolutely have no problem with it. It has made it very easy for me as an indie author with a very small budget to make my own book covers. You saw it here, you can't unsee it. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Wait, no, it's Sunday for me, so it's gonna be the week for you. I hope you all have a great week. I hope you like and subscribe, comment if you have anything to say about this, or if you know where the formula for fae romance titles came from. Very curious. I am a new channel, so like, comment, share, all the things, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!